Hey y'all, I have to start with a little bit of a disclaimer, which is that I have been having a series of microphone troubles all month. My regular microphone broke, and then I ordered a replacement, which also wasn't working. So I recorded this class without a proper microphone, which means that there's a little bit more background noise. It might be slightly harder to hear. I tried to sort of enhance the vocal aspect a little bit so that you can hear my voice as well as possible. But if it's not for you, just go ahead and skip it, and we'll see you next month. And for those of you who have been around for a little while, it's gonna sound a lot like the old podcast, right? So we're just doing like a little retro vibes here. Anyway, I did want to put something up for the sake of having something up, but it's just a little less quality than we've had in recent months. So I'm gonna go order yet another microphone right now, and I hope you enjoy the class. As always, feel free to send me a message, a comment, question, concern, or post a review wherever you listen to your podcast. It really helps for visibility and findability. So we'll see you out there in the yoga studio. Great. Just so that you know, it's not in the chant book, so we can't go by the chant book. So we just have to wing it a little bit. So just so you know what we're chanting, we're going to start with Jaya Mata Kali Durga. So Jaya means like hooray, victory. Mata means mother. Kali means Kali. Durga means Durga. We'll get into that later. And then the one you might, depending on your familiarity, the one that might be a little bit of a tongue twister is Jagadambe. Jagadambe means mother of the earth, mother of the universe, and then Ma, which is mother again. So, yeah, mother, protector of the universe, yeah. Do you remember? You remember the first time you were chanted in a yoga class? Or if this is your first yoga class, maybe it was just now. Do you remember? Don't remember. You've just been doing it so long, can't remember. It's just part of you now. Yeah. I remember. I remember my first class at Jivamukti, my first ever class. I walked in. I even remember that we were chanting to Shiva, and I didn't know what that meant or what we were doing, but all I remember is that it felt really good to sing. And even though I was like, I feel vulnerable. I feel like I'm not sure what we're chanting about or if I should be chanting or how, I felt all these complicated things. But at the same time, I was like, wow. Because when you live in New York City, as long as I have, there are very few opportunities to sing, right? There's, maybe the shower, but if you have roommates, no. You don't have a chance to sing really in the car while you're driving, because most of us don't have a car, don't drive, I think that's one of the reasons my favorite hobby is karaoke. But it is interesting to think about the things that are so natural to us. I mean, music making is, in my opinion, the most universally human activity. We make music in every age, in every part of the world, in every way, together as community, right? It's like a together thing, though, usually. And like here, we're used to just like, okay, it's something like Celine Dion does, right? Not the rest of us. So it feels a little bit extreme or strange to suddenly be making music in a yoga class together, right? It's a different thing. Okay, wait, before you come forward to hands and knees, one more thing. Didn't plan to talk about music for so long, but Manas is here, so we have to. Can you, without moving, without changing a thing, can you feel your hands right now? Can you just, don't change? I said don't change. Can you just feel the position of your hands, maybe what they're touching and interacting with, maybe the temperature, depending. So much difference between the temperature of the room and the body temperature, but I digress. Okay, now squeeze your hands really, really hard into two fists. Make two ahimsic fists to pancha you with. No. No, I'm kidding. Pancha means 5 in Sanskrit. It was we were making a joke earlier in the class. Don't pancha anyone. Okay, make two squeeze harder, squeeze harder. And then do the exact opposite. Stretch your fingers. Stretch your fingers as stretchy as you can stretch them, and widen the fingers so you can even feel like the skin of the webbing between your fingers pulling, and then relax. Can you feel your hands? Yeah, right? So it's interesting because a lot of times in yoga practice, we're oftentimes either instructing or practicing sort of extreme movements. Either we're going to create big contractions, right? Big squeezing movements, big, energetic movements, or we're creating like big stretching movements. But the idea is that somewhere between experiencing those extremes of what the body can do, then suddenly I can feel whatever you want to call this, like basic sort of aliveness, presence. I can feel sort of the nervous system and the pulsation of blood through the hands, right? But it's very hard to describe that as a yoga teacher. It's very hard to be like, okay, now just feel the aliveness of your physical body. Right? So oftentimes we're using these sort of extreme states to sort of bring about this sense of presence and aliveness in our bodies, yeah? Okay. Come on forward to hands and knees. Press back to downward facing dog. Hi, oh my goodness. Everyone's come out of the woodwork today. Yeah. What does that phrase mean, come out of the woodwork? All right, I have to do, I'm gonna have to do a little research on the origins of that particular idiomatic expression. Anyway, downward dog. Do you remember, so for those of you that remember your first yoga class, maybe you do, maybe you don't, do you remember the sort of physical practice of it? Do you remember the physicality of it? Yeah. A little bit. I remember certain flashes of it, like I remember my first hands-on assist, actually, interestingly. Yeah, I was in seated spinal twist and everything. Yeah. Here comes trouble. Do you remember the day after your first yoga class ever? Me neither. But but I'm assuming it felt pretty intense. Come forward into a plank pose. Bring the shoulders forward over the wrists. Lower the knees down to the floor, but don't move the knees. Yeah, touch the knees all the way down, but then don't move the knees. The knees are okay right where they are, even though they feel like they're a little too far back. And then arch the back, look up at the ceiling like you're taking the cow part of the cat-cow. And then exhale, round the back, look down towards the knees. Inhale, arch the back, looking up. Exhale, round the back, looking down at the knees. Inhale, arch the back, look up. And then as you exhale, dive the chest all the way to the floor between the hands. Pause there. The hips are still lifting up. Pause there. As you push into your hands, try to lift back up to hands and knees. Hardest part of the whole class, probably. Exhale, touch the chest down to the floor between the hands. Good. Inhale, lift back up to hands and knees. Whoa, whoa, hello, good morning. Woo, hey. And exhale, touch the chest down to the floor between the hands. Okay, now point the toes, slide forward into cobra. Yeah. And exhale, release your forehead down for a moment. Forehead to the floor. Point the toes straight back so the toes are not turning in or out. Keep the head down for a moment. Lift the hands up 1 inch off the floor. Squeeze the elbows towards each other. Squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. And then exhale, release the hands back down to where they were touching. Again, lift the hands up. Squeeze the elbows towards each other. Squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. And release the hands down. One more time, lift the hands up. Hands up, head still down. I know it's so weird. And then keep the head and the chest lifting. Just lift keep the hands and the chest lifting. Lift the head to match that. That's it. Now, place the hands down. Tuck the toes under. Move all the way back through bent knees into downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward into a plank. Exhale, lower halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk the feet forward towards the hands and fold forward over the legs. So the reason I can deduce that the day after the first yoga class I was pretty sore is sometime in 2019 I took some Kung Fu classes, and the day after my first Kung Fu class, I swear I couldn't even put my own foot in my shoe. I had to lift my leg up and put it in my own shoe because I was so sore from doing something so completely different than what my body was used to, even though I practiced yoga all the time, right? So I'm assuming maybe my first yoga class was something like that. Like it felt pretty intense afterwards. Separate the feet wide, go wide like the width of the mat or so, more or less depending on the length of your legs. Bend the knees, come into a deep squatting position, hands together at the center of the chest. But of course we don't want it to be like that all the time. Like yes, soreness is that sign of sort of like growth and like moving in a new direction and moving in a new way. But if it were like that all the time, it would be unsustainable, right? We can't have it be like that all the time. Instead, what happens is as we become more our practice, more grounded in our practice, that sort of extreme difference isn't as remarkable, right? Because we're sort of steady and we're moving in the direction we want to go. Bring the hands down to the floor, raise the hips up and fold forward over the legs. Bring the feet halfway closer together, arms behind the back, lace the fingers together into one fist. With your inhale, bend your knees, open your chest, look forward. Keep reaching the arms as much away from the back as possible. Exhale, fold forward, it goes down. Inhale, bend the knees, open the chest, look forward. Exhale, extend the legs and fold. Inhale, bend the knees, open the chest, look forward. Exhale, extend the legs and fold. One more. Inhale, bending. Exhale, extending. Hands on your waist. Lift all the way upright, twisted position. Reach the arms up overhead. Clasp the hands together into one fist. Inhale, reach your knuckles high up to the ceiling. Straighten the elbows a little bit more. Exhale, bend to the left side. Inhale, lift all the way up to center. Exhale, right side. Inhale, lift all the way up to center. Exhale, left side. Inhale, lift up to center. Exhale, right side. Inhale, lift up to center. Release the arms, legs and feet together. Exhale. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up overhead. Hands pressed together. Look up. Exhale, fold forward. Hands to the floor beside your feet. Inhale, look forward to prepare. Exhale, hop, step, or walk back. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, hop or step forward, feet to hands. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, stand up, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, release the arms. Again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, hop, step, or walk back, chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Three. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees. We met in the elevator, we're old friends. Inhale, hop or step forward, feet to hands. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, release the arms. Inhale, look thumbs, reach arms up and arch back. Exhale, bend knees, swing arms behind, lace hands together and fold forward. Inhale, hands down, step the right foot back to lunge, look forward. Exhale, step all the way back, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, ease chest and chin to the floor. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, come through bent knees, extend the legs, downward dog. Inhale, right foot steps forward. Exhale, left foot next to right foot, fold forward. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, reach up, arch back. Exhale, bend knees, swing arms behind, lace hands together and fold. Inhale, hands down, left foot steps back. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the floor. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, seat to heels, extend the legs, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, left foot steps forward. Exhale, right foot next to left foot, fold forward. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, reach up, arch back. Exhale, stand up and release the arms. I know, I always want to keep going with that one too. Inhale, bend the knees. It has a certain momentum to it, you know. Exhale, hands to the floor, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift head and chest. Exhale, hop, step, or walk back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, right foot forward, warrior one. Reach all the way up. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back, slowly lower. Inhale, pull forward. Exhale, lift up and back. Inhale, left foot forward. Reach up, warrior one. I have a cat that does the same thing. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back. Turn back. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. You can stay here or we'll do one more each side. Inhale, right foot forward, warrior one. Exhale, hands to the floor, Chaturanga. Inhale, forward Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, left foot, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, forward Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Breathe in. And breathe out, bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, hover, step feet to hands. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees, reach the arms up, Uttanasana. Exhale, stand up and release the arms. Separate the feet a bit, hands on your waist. Inhale, lift up the chest, arch back. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Reach down, and let's do something a little different today. Hold on to your big toe, but you're not limited to the regular old grip that we usually do. Hold on to your big toe in a way that you can lift your big toe as high up away from the floor as you possibly can, but keep the knuckle of the big toe down. Lift higher, lift way higher. Like try to get the very, very tip of the toe to face all the way into the ceiling if possible. Pull, 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 pull. That's right. And then let go of your big toes, but hold on to the 4 other toes with your hands. Yeah, any grip you choose, but relax the big toe down. That's the hardest part. And relax the big toe down. Try to lift the other 4 toes of each foot as high up as you possibly can. Pull. Pull on your toes. Yeah, pull. There you go. And then release that. And then 5 more breaths, whatever grip you want to take. So if you want to go back to the regular peace sign fingers grip or slide palms under the hand to hold ankles or make up a new one. Yeah, head goes down. 2. Breathe into the backs of the legs. 3. That's it. 4. Relax your toes. Relax. Don't rip. Yeah, I know. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, hands on your waist. Inhale to stand all the way upright. Exhale, feet and legs together, arms alongside the body. Inhale, bend the knees, reach the arms up, Uttanasana, chair. Exhale, hands to the floor, fold forward. Inhale, prepare, look forward. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, step the right foot forward, turn the left heel down, reach up, warrior one. Let's press the hands together, even if you usually do something else. You could even interlock, you could even interlock the 3 other fingers other than the pointer finger and thumb. Reach the pointer fingers up to the ceiling. Try to bend the right knee a little bit more deeply. And turn the left arm in a little bit more forward. You could lift the head, the chest, the arms, even the eyes. Try to look up at the hands. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, open hips and arms to the side. Both legs stay straight. Look at your back foot, angle the toes a little bit in towards you, and then reach into Trikonasana, triangle
ankle. Right hand down, left arm up. Good, both legs still straight. One straight line with the arms. Two. That's it. Draw the right hip crease back and down a little bit, except for Jade. Jade, you go easy.
Yeah.
Inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, bend into the right knee. Your adjustment. Go a little longer with the feet. So move the knee a little farther apart from one another. Bend a little bit more deeply into the right knee. That's it. Stretch the arms. Lengthen the arms. Inhale, straighten right leg. Exhale, bend right knee. Place right hand outside of right foot. Left arm reaches over the left ear. Extended side angle. Push the right knee against the right arm. Turn the chest more and more towards the side that we're facing. Because it's strong and straight back leg. See if you could stretch the left arm just a little bit longer. Inhale, both hands to the floor. Either go back to downward dog and wait there, or move through plank chaturanga, upward dog. Lead in downward facing dog. Inhale, step the left foot forward. Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1. For today, press the hands together. You can even interlace the three additional fingers. That doesn't make any sense. Point your fingers up to the ceiling. Point your fingers extending. That's it. Bend to the front knee more and more. More and more. Sit a little lower. See if you can lift the head, chest, and even the eyes up. With your inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, open hips and arms to the side. Reach long to the left side. Adjust the back foot. And then place the left hand down for Trikonasana, that triangle. Yeah, that's it. Relax and spread the toes. Pull the left hip back and down towards the right heel. Inhale to stand all the way up. Exhale, bend the left knee. Your adjustment to warrior 2. The warrior 2 first. I know we're all very anxious to get into positions. Me too. Remember that idea that to feel the extent of the arms, you could stretch the fingers out to their extreme, or you could even make a little contraction like you did at the beginning of the class, in order to sort of feel every cell, muscle, tissue of the body. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, bend the left knee. Place the left hand outside the left foot. Reach the right arm over the right ear. Extend it. Step back to downward dog and wait there, or you can move through chaturanga, upward dog, leading in downward dog. Step the right foot forward between the hands, but don't change the back foot. Keep the back heel lifted. Reach the arms all the way up, high and up. Exhale a breath out there. Organize the arms, straighten the elbows, open up the palms of the hands, stretch the fingers. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, bend right knee. Yeah. Inhale, straighten, lift the back heel up a little bit. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Now, exhale, bend both knees. Bring the left knee to just barely hover, just like 1 centimeter above the floor. As close to the floor as you can get without touching down. Yes, pull the navel in and up. Inhale, extend both legs, reach up. Lift the back heel a little higher. Exhale, lean the upper body back. Lean back. Head, chest, and arms back. Any amount, a little amount or a lot amount. Turn the left hip to face more forward. Front of the left hip forward. Yes. Inhale, lift head, chest, and arms to the center. Exhale, bend the right. Inhale, hands to the floor or blocks. Keep the back foot where it is now. Except you can't have blocks because Rio has them all. Exhale, straighten the right leg. Don't change the back foot. Not yet, even if it's your habit, especially if it's your habit to do so. Inhale, bend the right knee, look forward. Exhale, straighten the front leg and fold forward. One more like that. Inhale, bending, look forward. Exhale, extend and fold. Now, keep the feet the same for now. Try to keep the back foot angled forward, so all 10 toes facing forward. Pretend you're pushing the right foot forward and down against the floor, and then likewise, push the left foot sort of back against the resistance of the sticky mat. So it's almost as if you're pushing your feet farther apart from one another, except nothing is actually moving. Inhale, bend the right knee. Now sneak the back foot in a small step closer. You can anchor that back heel down, and then straighten both legs again. Lift the head and the chest. Look forward. Flex the right foot, so you're just on the right heel. And then fold forward again. Yeah, hands could be on blocks still. Yep, or floor. Yep, perfect. So now, this time, pretend you're trying to pull the right heel back against the resistance of the sticky mat. Okay, right foot to the floor. Now we're going to do something a little different. So, bend the back knee. Bend the back knee and carry the hips back. Even if the back heel has to lift a little bit, that's okay. I made up this variation, so you can't possibly do it wrong. So, therefore, keep this one straight, and then carry this back and back and back, more and more and more. Yeah. Don't worry, they know what's going on. Straighten both legs. Bend the front knee, look forward, like this. Exhale, turn around. Inhale, upward. Exhale, downward. Inhale, left foot steps forward between the hands. Pause there. Keep the feet the same. With your inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, stay there. Straighten out the elbows, wrist, fingers, even more. Even feel the palms of the hands stretching out. Inhale, straighten left arm. Exhale to bend. Try to coordinate with breath. Inhale, extend, extend, extend. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend. This time, exhale, bend both knees. Hover the right knee 1 millimeter away from the floor. Draw the navel in and up. Keep stretching the arms. And most importantly, look at the muscle. No, just kidding. Yeah. Okay, inhale, straighten both legs. Lift the back heel a little higher. Roll the right hip a little more forward, and then lean the upper body back any amount. A little or a medium amount or a lot amount. Eyes forward will help with the balance. If you want to challenge the balance, you can lift the eyes more upwards. Good. Lift your head, chest, and arms up. Bend the left knee. Hands to the floor, or if you know that you like to have blocks under the hands, place them now. Keep the feet the same for now. Resist adjusting the feet. Exhale, extend the front leg. Inhale, bend front knee, look forward. Exhale, extend and fold. One more like that. Inhale, bend and look forward. Exhale, extend, folding forward. Stay there. Energize the legs, particularly the upper legs from the kneecap to the root of the thigh bone. And then push the left foot forward and down against the floor and pretend you're pushing the right foot back against the resistance of the floor. Bend the left knee. Sneak the back foot in a small step closer. Anchor the back heel down. Exhale, extend front leg. Now lift the head and the chest. Lift the left foot, the toes, ball of the foot away from the floor. So you're just on the left heel. And exhale, fold forward. Yeah, so just the heel. Just the heel. You can even lift ball of the foot up. Hold. And then pull the right hip back, back, back. Dig the left heel down into the floor. Pretend you're dragging the left heel back against the resistance of the stick. Okay, left foot to the floor. Now, bend the back knee. The back knee. So front leg stays extended. Front leg is trying to straighten more and more. The foot on the floor now, and you're carrying both hips back and back and back and back. Yeah. Okay. Bend the front knee, look forward, step into a plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Step the right foot forward between the hands. Lower the right knee down, left knee down, pardon. Reach both arms up. Right arm down alongside the body. Left fingertips reaching up and up more and more to the ceiling. And then exhale, turning it into a side bend, which I borrowed directly from Martina's class. No. Take your left hand behind your head. Yeah, kind of pull up on the back of your occiput, the back of your skull. And then see if you could sort of reach from the left armpit up to the tip of the elbow. Reach more and more. And then as you let go of the back of your head, reach the left arm maybe a little bit further than we did at first. Inhale, both arms reach up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Twist to the right side. The left upper arm outside the right leg. Yeah. Tuck the left toes under. Lift the left knee up away from the floor. Standing spinal twist. With each exhale, moving the hands closer and closer to the center of the chest. And inhale, both hands to the floor. Exhale. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Standing splits. Push up the left toes. And fold forward. Hands could be on the floor or hands could be on blocks. Point the left toes. Now, try to lift the right toes, all 5 toes away from the floor with the ball of the foot still pressing down. And try to even out the weight between the pinky toe, big toe side of the foot. And then try to keep that the same even as you spread and relax the toes down. Pull up through the right kneecap. Try to center the round kneecap at the front and center of the leg. If you can free up your right hand, bring your right thumb into your hip crease and lift your hip crease up towards the ceiling. Up and up and up, and maybe a little back, but mostly up. Inhale, look forward, both hands on the floor. Exhale, spiral all the way into a seated spinal twist. Left knee crosses behind the right knee. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, twist to the right side, all the way over the right shoulder. Try to sit both sides of the butt down on the floor. Right and left buttock equally pressing down. Yeah. Sit up taller and taller. Sure. Did you? Oh, so you got the hook up. Duly noted. Inhale, turn to face forward. Exhale, counter twist. Inhale, turn to face forward, swing the right leg all the way around behind. Tuck the right toes under. Lift the left leg up and back. Down dog splits. Flex the left foot. Turn the left hip down to face the floor. So your leg is straight for this variation of down dog split. Your foot is flexing. Push both hands so hard into the floor. It's almost like you're trying to put your footprint on the back of the floor. And then inhale, come forward into a plank. Option to keep that left foot off the floor, both legs straight. Exhale, chaturanga. As you go into upward dog, the foot can leave the floor. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward. Exhale, right knee down. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, left arm down alongside the body. Inhale, reach the right fingertips longer and longer, and then exhale, take it into a side bend. Yeah, and then right hand can go behind the head. I like to even use my fingertips to sort of pull on the back of my sternum. And then imagine you're trying to lengthen from your right armpit up to the tip of the elbow. And then see if that can help you lengthen a little bit more to your side bend, and then stretch the arm out again. Yeah. Inhale, both arms reaching all the way up overhead. Exhale, hands to prayer twist to the left side. Standing spinal twist. Option to tuck the right toes under, lift the right knee away from the floor. 1, hands down. Exhale. Inhale, push off the right toes to lift up, standing splits. Exhale, fold forward. So lift up all 5 left toes, all 5 toes. Try to find, maybe you can already notice like which side of the foot you're more weighted on. Will bring more weight into the pinky toe side of the foot. How did you know it was the pinky toe side? Because I did. Okay, and then relax the toes and spread the toes down. Lift up through the kneecaps, so activate the quadriceps. If you can free up the left hand, bring the left thumb into the left hip crease. Pull the hip up towards the ceiling, up and up and up, and a little bit back, but mostly up. And then both hands to the floor. Inhale. Exhale, spiral all the way down. See this better as perforation. Great. Foot out the way. Sit evenly on both sides. Inhale, reach the right arm up. And exhale, twist. Inhale, two. Inhale, turn the face front. Exhale, take another twist. Inhale, turn the face front. Swing the left leg all the way around behind the back. Tuck the left toes under. Stick the right leg up and back, down dog splits. Pause there, flex the right foot. Straight right leg, and then even turn the front of the right hip more to face down towards the floor. Push both hands forward and down so much that it's like you're trying to reach your right footprint more and more back towards the back of the room. Yeah. And then inhale forward into a plank, option to keep the right toes off. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, both feet meet the floor. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring the knees to the floor. Bring the forearms and elbows down to the floor. Forearms parallel, palms of hands spreading, fingers spread. Then reach the left leg back, point the left toes, and bring the top of the left foot down to touch the floor. Now, as you start to lift the left leg up, notice there's going to be a moment where the left hip tries to open to the side. You don't do it. You make that not happen, right? You could even think of lifting the inseam of the thigh and the inner foot and the big toe side of the foot higher. And then bring the foot all the way back down to touch. Again, lift up. Try to feel for that moment when the hip is going to open and don't let it. In fact, again, try to think of lifting the inner leg more up. Yes, that's it, Elliot. And then foot to the floor. Good, 3 more times. Inhale, lift and lift and lift. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Lift the inner leg, lift higher. You can do it. Yes, exhale. Inhale, lift up. And then exhale, left knee to the floor beside the right knee. Let's do the other side. Stretch the right leg back, extending the right leg. Right toes point, right foot touches the floor. Already, try to feel that you're right on the middle of the top of your foot, so you're not rolling towards the big toe side or pinky toe side. And then keep that positioning of the leg even as you lift up. Try not to open the hip out or roll the leg out. Yeah. And then bring the foot all the way down to the floor. And then lift and lift and lift the inner leg. Yeah. And then slowly lower. 3 more times on your own. You can do it. Tuck the toes under, lift the knees up, extend the legs. Tip each of the toes a little bit closer in. Extend the left leg back, point the left toes, top of the left foot on the floor. So same starting. Yeah. Now, you could practice just the same way, lifting and lowering the leg, trying not to open the hip out. Or you can add a hop to it, but try to focus on that element of like not letting the hip open to the side so much. Or just doing a little bit more conscientiousness in that direction. Yeah. If you've been doing with the left leg up, go ahead and switch legs and work on the other leg for a little while. Don't worry, there's only like 4 hours left. You'll be fine. I got you, Grandma. Oh, okay. If you need a few more moments for forearm stand practice, feel free to have them. Feel free to explore it. Otherwise, when you're like totally over it, do downward dog. With your inhale, come on forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin to the floor. Inhale, slide forward into cobra. Exhale, release the forehead down. Bring arms behind the back. Lace the fingers together into one fist. And stretch the arms. Good. So again, feel for the feet. The feet want to be parallel and try to have the feet really centered. So not going more towards the big toe side of the foot, for example. And then lift up, head just in arms. Shalabhasana. Press down into the feet to lift higher and higher. Try to get the arms any amount away from the buttocks. 3, 4, arms. 5, slowly release down. Place the hands either side of the chest. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lower the knees, chest, and chin to the floor. Now pause there. See if you can sneak the knees like 1 more centimeter in, so you're hiking the hips a little bit higher. Draw the navel in and up, so you're finding some support from the front of the waist. You can either keep the hands here, or bring the arms behind the back and interlock the hands together, stretching the arms away from the back. 1, yes. 2, inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, slide forward. Exhale, release the forehead down. Hands either side of your chest. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, now bring the knees down to touch the floor. Extend the left leg up and back behind you. Hands on the floor, so you're in hands and knees, 3 points position. Touch the chest to the floor between the hands and see if you can lift the left leg a little bit higher. And then lift back up to hands and knees, back up to 3 points. That's it. Tuck the right toes under. Lower the chest down to the floor. Left leg lifts higher. See if you could lift the right knee up. And then see if you can take a little hop with the right foot towards chin stand. Lift up. Yeah, you can do it. Yes. Chest to the floor. Lift the left leg higher and higher and higher. Go ahead, squeeze the right leg up to meet it. You can do it.
I got it.
Okay, not today. All right, another day. Another day. Okay. You want to try it? Okay. Here. Hold this. Wait. Hold this. There we go. There it is. Okay. Come on down. All right. We are going to do the other side. Because that's how we go to teachers roll. Come to a hands and knees position. Extend the right leg up and back. Lower the chest down to the floor between the hands. Lift Exhale, lower all the way to the floor. Bend both knees. Reach back, catch hold of the ankles. Lift up, down your asana, both. Place the hands either side of the chest. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, go back, downward dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, touch the knees, chest, and chin to the floor. Again, pause here. Sneak the knees another centimeter closer so the hips hike higher up. And again, draw the navel in and out so you're finding some support from the front body. Okay, now. Bend the left knee, lift the left knee off the floor. See if you can reach back with one hand to catch hold of the left foot. I would suggest keeping one hand on the floor first. And then, if you can catch the balance, maybe reach back with the second hand to catch hold of the ankle. I believe in you. I believe in you. Yeah, knee off the floor though. Knee off the floor, like Dhanurasana. Yes. Okay, release that. Let's do the other side before it's too late. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Even if you slid the hips to the floor, just scoot the knees in a little bit. Yeah, lift the right knee up. I would suggest keeping one hand on the floor at first. Reach back with one hand so you can catch the ankle, and if you've got the balance, go ahead and reach back with the second hand. Yes. Yes. Do it. Got you. Free up that hand. Yes. Take your heel away from your thighs. Good. Okay, both knees to the floor, both hands to the floor. Slide forward. And then release the forehead down. Roll all the way over onto the back. Place the feet flat onto the floor. Lift the hips up. Interlock the hands behind the back into one fist. I've just been informed that it's snack time. I do wish there were more snack times. Okay, separate the hands, release the back down to the floor. Snacks and naps.
Ready.
Yes, please. Okay. So you can repeat the same one. Otherwise, we're moving into Urdhva Dhanurasana full wheel. Place the hands on the floor either side of the head. With your inhale, lift up. Either of the two, go for it. Yeah, you can do it. Yeah. Push, push, push. Not as easy. You know, quick count is a little. Yeah, that's it. Chin to the chest, come on down. So we're going to take two more back bends. Up to you. You can take two more wheels, two more half wheels, one and one. 5 breaths each. You count your breaths, come down in between. Go for it.
face the front again. Sit upright, straighten the legs forward out in front of you. Reach forward, Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold.
Folks familiar with this European philosopher Immanuel Kant? He's a philosopher who sort of posed this way of it's an attempt to assess our actions and to sort of learn about our sort of moral stance on things, right? He poses this statement. He says, act as if everything you do, act as if your actions should become universal law. So like, if I run over and kick Jules in the shins, then I have to sort of think through, like, what does it look like? What does a world look like where everyone just out of, like, randomly goes over and kicks each other in the shins all the time, right? Or the flip side, like, it kind of brings us around to this idea of, you know, not only do unto others what you have them do unto you, but do not do unto others what you would not have them do unto you. And it's not, you know, it's not a perfect moral system, but it is a way of sort of taking any one microcosm, any one sort of thought, word, or action, and investigating, like taking it to the extreme, if you will, of what would happen if sort of everyone acted in such a way. And it's not so much, it's more of a practice of investigating our own beliefs and coming to find out sort of who am I and what do I believe? What do I stand for? Right? If you would like a little more time here, go ahead, take the time you want. When you're ready, come up into shoulder stand or Viparita Karani. Jade, now would be a good time to lay on your back and put a block under you. Yeah. I'm psychic, you see. You knew I would be here. I knew you would be ready. Okay. And then straighten both legs out, heels on the floor. Yep. Now, even here, like, activate the legs a little bit so it's as if you're pushing the heel. Yes. Yeah. Pushing the heels slightly farther away from you on the sticky mat. And then let the heels kind of get caught against the sticky mat. You could relax the legs a little, but try to let the stickiness of the sticky mat keep you there. Yeah. Or have folks heard of the term thought-terminating cliches? Thought-terminating cliche? No? Okay.
No.
The phrase is used to describe statements that kind of like prevent further investigation. Like cliches that sort of mean well, but they don't really mean anything. Like, it is what it is, or that's an idiomatic expression. I'm going to look it up and I'm going to report back. I'm a language nerd and I'm going to find out. Or like, it's always darkest before the dawn. Right? Things that are sort of meant to kind of shut down like more critical thinking about any situation. And from my observation, Instagram is full of them. Right? You hear people repeat things like, it costs nothing to be kind. Yeah, it does. Yeah, if I want to truly act in a kind way, it does cost effort and resources and care and time, and it should. But that statement, it should cost nothing, kind of, you see what I mean? It kind of cuts off the critical thinking part of this. Or what was another one I was trying to think of on the train this morning? Oh, this one gets under my skin. What does it say? They say like, you don't owe anyone anything. You don't owe anyone anything. Which, I get it, and to some extent it is important to investigate having, healthy boundaries and a healthy sense of self, and to the extent that that's helpful for people, fine. But we live in a society where our very existence is, reliant on everyone else as well. So anyway, these statements sort of only get us so far, and I guess the idea is, just to tie it back into Kant, is if you see an Instagram statement, try taking it all the way to its extreme and see what the result is, right? If you sort of push that statement, kindness shouldn't cost anything, sort of all the way to its furthest possibilities, you kind of realize it falls apart quite readily. So in that way, we can kind of use the extremes of a position in order to narrow in on what we actually believe. If you're still in shoulder stand, coming to plow, āsana. Plows start to roll out of it.
Fortunately, it's the exact same temperature.
If you were practicing shoulder stand plow, come into fish. Fish, chin to the chest, and release down, setting up for and coming into Shavasana. to move or stretch. And take your time to come up to a seated position. For meditation practice. Bring attention to your literal physical seat, the parts of you that are touching the floor and cushions. So feel the buttocks against whatever you're sitting on. Feel the fronts of the legs, the shins, feet, toes, whatever parts of you are in contact with the earth. Feel all those points simultaneously, almost like you could say a meditation footprint. From that connection to the earth, then grow a little bit taller through the spine. Visualize the crown of the head opening towards the sky. Wherever it is that you usually locate your mind, wherever it is that you think of your mind as being, behind the eyes, behind the forehead, imagine for a moment you could drop the mind down into the body. Drop the mind down into the body. Body on the earth, mind in the body. Attention on the breath. Attention is open, natural, relaxed. Anytime the attention goes, feel the body on the earth. Place the mind in the body. Attention on the breath. A little bit the Kant exercise of like, if you could make one thing universal law, if you could see a world with one thing that's just universal to everyone, what would it be? And dedicating our efforts to that happiness and freedom for all beings. And as always, if you have any questions at all about your practice specifically or something we did in class today, let me know. I'm here, and we'll see you next time. If you did borrow one of our notes, you can use the spray bottles in the back of the room to spray it down and then hang it over these things right outside.
Signing on, and I was like,
It took me 30 minutes. No, actually, right when we sat down, I was like, the good old days.
I know. I started to have better practice with you here, other than on the
So you have been here a bit.
son and my other son, they gave me a 50th birthday gift. A little session which was in the back, and I didn't even know this place existed. So
This is your son?
yes, that one. And I said, Jessica would be. I tried.
But you used to bring them to class, right? No, but over at yeah. So I
At
met
every
them.
talk or over Thanksgiving, that's always how I met you there at the ashram.
But certainly I met the kids. Oh yeah. Okay.
Do you now remember her?
It's okay. You don't have to.
They grew up fast, yeah.
that's
So I wanted to have a big moment with you. I was like, yeah, they're grown up. The other one is dead.
Amazing. It's so
So good to see you. I was like, this is just perfect to just come and be like,
Thank
yeah.
you. And you live yourself.
I didn't try that, but I have to take a train to the desk. You know, but it sounds like I've been trying to do going out to college right now. Being a freshman.
Unbelievable. Oh yeah. Well.
It's like nowhere. Like I can't walk to you. The studio with is now morning meet, and so
This is about as work as it gets without being officially
so
classified.
beautiful. Masky, how did you feel?
It was challenging, but I enjoyed it.
Oh yes, you should come every week. So we had another few weeks on before. And I was like, let's just do some yoga before you have it.
It's so beautiful to see you.
Yes, me too. And I was signing on last night, and I said, okay, I could go there. I was like, there's my other one to come in. And I saw you. I was like, okay, buying it now. We have to do this.
You should. You should try to come. So Martina is visiting from Germany, and also Jules, who was here. They're visiting just for a few weeks. You should really try to take their
I
classes.
looked into the schedule.
Yes.
Because on Sunday there's just three classes, right? Is it generally classes, or is it just
Yeah,
Sunday?
Sundays are just a little slower. Yeah, because I think people do go that high or go to the. Yeah.
Thank you. Wonderful. It was so good. Yes.
Thank you.
We're gonna have to Martinez.
Yeah, crown chakra. I'm speaking from my crown chakra. Send me your number. If I can, I usually try not to leave Jersey City on Mondays, but if I have to come in anyway, I'm coming. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Remember I was showing off my German for the
Yeah, last time was fingerspitting. You were in that class too. Martina.
Because you were both in class, so I was like, let me show off my one German
You're also
word.
German? I think we're also connected on Facebook.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, Farina used to practice at Union Square a bunch, and then now lives in Frankfurt. Yeah, is that right? Yeah,
maybe, you know, I'm working on
I'm teaching here. It's a great location.
Ihr seid auch so.
It's a great location.
Ja, und dann seid ihr dann in Djibouti bei Berlin, aber
This doesn't have a big
yeah.
It's very small. It's like a third of this. So it's closer and we're competing great. But it doesn't have all the.
Ja, genau. Was ist ziemlich witzig, weil ich bin nach Frankfurt gekommen und wollte Djibouti aufmachen. Ich dachte, komm, musst du mich schon so lange lassen, das musst du noch machen. Und dann ist bei mir aber unheimlich viel Karma aufgelöst. Ich habe nämlich auch Yoga-Teacher Training gemacht. Aber ich bin dann noch schon
I'll see you. See you.
I can't believe how many.
I don't even know if Tina started a month.
Great. With coffee. How much coffee we got?
So viele andere Sachen, die
Hi.
einfach,
Oh my
ja,
God.
ja, und dann habe ich mir auch gedacht, okay,
Oh my
jetzt
gosh,
einfach
it's
dran.
so.
Aber
Yeah,
ja,
I
dann
miss you
hast du
too.
mir auch erzählt, dass
Every
jetzt
once in a
ein
while,
T-Shirt
like,
das macht
if I
aber
sell a class over there,
Ja.
at Paris or something, and then
Ah, ja.
they're
Jetzt glaube ich, sind sie irgendwie dran. Also ich glaube, sie haben einen Raum.
Okay. Ja, ich habe länger nicht mit ihr gesprochen. Ja, okay. Ja, ja. Und jetzt die anderen, das ist ja auch
sweaty now.
Great,
that's the same. Nice to see you.
Rebecca, genau, ja, ja. Mit der habe ich auch gesprochen. Und so auch. Ja, die Eva hat auch, ja, oder die hat sonst irgendwie einfach coole Sachen. Im Yachtclub, was so ein Boot ist, ja, keine Yacht, sondern richtig ein Boot, ja, das ist ja auch irgendwie Sonntagmorgens dann draußen auf dem Deck Yoga. Das ist schon echt coole Sachen organisiert. Genau, ja, dann frage ich das. Ja, ist schön, dass du das erzählst. Genau, ja.
Oh gosh.